There's this theory going on around right now that Xbox is dead titles on YouTube, apparently bringing a lot of views. I think there's some measure of truth to that. The negative Xbox news sells. There's no doubt about it. In fact, Dark1985 just put the video up here, and in the video, he starts out talking about, things that are bad about Xbox. For instance, if you just listen to, say, maybe the first few seconds, just listen to it.
What's up, everybody? Dark1985. There's levels to this. Listen, it's time to speak some truth and to be realistic
I'll speed it up for you.
and live in the reality that we are currently in right now. And that reality is that no matter what you're seeing out there, Xbox truly is dead. Xbox has Game Pass, but Game Pass is hurting the gaming industry. It's hurting developers. Developers are not wanting to develop for Game Pass.
He goes in with the whole thing, right? He's doing this for like 2 minutes.
Hitting the mark at 30 FPS. Game prices are being raised, and then finally, Outer Worlds 2, the game prices just dropped. So Game Pass is dead as we know it. Their next hardware that they're going to come out with is actually a PC. They're not actually making a hardware. They're just putting an Xbox sticker.
That's a Reforge Gaming, Laura Fryer, and some other people's assessment. Even Digital Foundry too, which is wild. He's just basically taking all the talking points, and we can trace them and track them to some of the elements that have been pushing these narratives, right?
On something that already exists, right? The ASUS ROG Ally 2 was going to be a thing regardless as to whether or not Xbox put their sticker on it or not. So
that's a Reforge talking point.
Xbox, for all intents and purposes, for as far as we know it, is dead, and that is the truth. That is the reality. So right now we have reached the 2-minute and 45-minute mark of this video. I pay attention to my algorithm. I know most of my videos, if I make like an 8-minute video, most of you guys will only watch for about 4 minutes. So I got about 1 minute left before I tell you what this video is actually about. So anybody else that has already started writing in the comment section, keep the comments. Don't get rid of them. It is what it is. I got to give a shout out to my boy Dirt Griggity. Dirt Griggity put out a video that I saw this morning that said that if you make negative Xbox video or Xbox is dead video, you're gonna get high views.
Look at this. You see how it's catered? This guy might be like a real life human boss. You see how his cadence changes from here to here? You see that? Do y'all see this? And it was just, you could see the transformation in real time. Bro was just like talking with that, sad face and blah, blah. Look. And then next thing you know, 3 or 4 minute mark, the smirk.
It's actually about. So anybody else that has already started writing in the comment section, keep the comments.
You see the smirk? Is that smirk just developed? Doc, you're wrong for this. Oh my gosh.
Get rid of them. It is what it is. I gotta give a shout out to my boy Dirt Griggity. Dirt Griggity put out a video that I saw this morning that said that if you make negative Xbox video or Xbox is dead video, you're gonna get high views. Boy, you know me. I'm gonna get them high views. So I said, we're gonna go ahead and try that theory. So apparently Ray, shout out to Ray also made a video talking negatively about Xbox, and he got high views. So guess what I'm gonna try to do? I'm trying to get my high views. So everything that I just said, I don't mean, it's all BS. I don't think Xbox is dead at all, right? But I still,
this is a castigation of Dreamcast Guy when he and Paris went on that spout. And Paris exposed them as having admitted that he basically makes his content as kind of like a paid actor. The majority of the things he says is just not true. That he's aware that he's saying stuff that's just not true. So it's either all of the folk that were watching Dreamcast Guy that were eating the bait that he was putting out hook, line, and sinker are still doing so. But I've noticed majority of his videos, when I read the comments, I don't watch a lot of. I barely watch them. I can't. And when I read the comments, it's people that are saying, dude, what are you even talking about? So it's now to the point where he's rage baiting the people who are there to fact check him and using them as his engagement metric. It's a weird tactic, but that's probably what you're going to be seeing now in a lot of titles. We're going to parody this thing into the ground. As much as this is all fun and games, ladies and gentlemen, I told y'all one thing. I don't know if I told you. I said now everyone's going to be assessing what everybody is saying more and more. I guarantee you, people like Colin Moriarty are very careful what they say about Xbox now. Reforge is still very reckless. For some strange reason, I've listened to some of his stuff. He doesn't seem to care. It's okay. I don't think he's interested in being careful. But very soon, these elements are going to collapse. Y'all already saw Christopher Dring, right? He sat down at the feet of the great Matt Piscatella, and even he was admitting stuff that, in many cases, it'll be wild to see. Oh, that, he has all these, games, and asking him to buy a new console to play one game is a very tall ask, and blah, 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 blah. Everyone is now starting to come around to that, right? See, I told you that the people that you were giving super chats and people that were taking super chats were using your super chats to buy these exclusives and then come back and tell you that exclusives are great. They were using your super chats to buy consoles, to buy multiple consoles and tell you, oh, well, yeah, you got to buy the console to play the game, right? Or if they bought the console because they had a YouTube channel, they were getting a tax, incentive via Uncle Sam while they told you to take your post-tax dollars and go sink it in a separate console that you're going to use to gather dust when you're done with that exclusive. It was all a farce, a fugazi, as the market needed just to show everybody what reality truly is. And the market's not done. Y'all are about to see a different PlayStation. I'm telling you, PlayStation is going to get raked through the coals in this market. Do you know why? Y'all PlayStation boys aren't mailing them checks. Y'all are not mailing them the checks. I told you, PlayStation fanboys, start writing your monthly checks that you mail in to PlayStation. They're going to need it. They're going to need it. Why? Their ecosystem is saturated with Fortnite players and Roblox players and all of this stuff. And those Roblox and Fortnite players, they're not just on their ecosystem. They're also on mobile and other ecosystems. So these are multi-platform games that can be accessed from anywhere. And as long as you can be carrying that PlayStation with you in your backpack in school, they got to find a different way of doing things, which means you're going to be seeing cross-platform, more, not just some, more cross-platform incentives. They've been doing this since MLB The Show because Fortnite has been bodying everybody for years. But, really, you're going to tell a kid, dude, I teach students. I don't even know many students that are baseball players that even play MLB The Show. Okay, maybe some kids that play basketball will play 2K, which is everywhere. Some kids who like playing football will play NFL, but MLB The Show, that game needs way more players. It needs a PC port at this point in time. Anything, cross-play, cross-functionality, a freaking mobile version, if they can pull it off. Man, y'all haven't seen the market body these companies into the ground yet. You just watch. Keep sitting there. Keep hiding behind Nintendo. And I've told y'all, they're next. Many of you still don't believe it. You just wait and see. $1,000 phones, $1,500 phones that have more memory in terms of storage, that have, way more functionality than a Nintendo Switch 2, they'll render the Switch 2 redundant. Just watch and see mobile technology evolve that route. What was that? The Fold 2? Big, massive screen and such? Are y'all not seeing it? You guys aren't seeing it? Nintendo's seeing it. I guarantee you they're seeing it. They're ready. The moment it happens, release the Kraken. Those games are going to go on Apple and on Apple and Android stores. You think they don't know what's going down?
May have to make it believable, so I use talking points that people use. We all know Game Pass is the best gaming service that there is. We know that Outer Worlds dropping its price and not holding into that $80 or whatever it was going to be, that's a win for us, right? So, I mean, the Redfall thing is real. Game's not coming out 30. The Series S and X thing, that's still real, right? Right? What do I say? One cap and two truths, right? But Xbox is clearly not dead. Xbox is doing great. Xbox is doing phenomenal. Xbox is dominating on PlayStation. Yep. These are facts. Forza Horizon 5 sold more than Astro Bot. And what's crazy is so many people get mad at that when I say that. Like, I'll just tweet that randomly, right? And they're like, "What are you comparing a racer to a platformer?" It's like, "Cause I can." Well, what are you gonna do about it? You gonna ban me? What you gonna do about it? Forza Horizon 5 sold more than Astro Bot. Nah, 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 nah. Right? Like, what are you what are you gonna do about it? It did. It sold more than Astro Bot
Oh
on the
my God.
PlayStation. Yeah, the people were like, an established franchise versus, oh, shut your mouth, stop crying about it. Forza Horizon 5 sold more than Astro Bot. Ha 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 ha. Aren't you the one that cares about sales? Anyways, it is what it is.
This console warring thing, and this is why PlayStation fanboys. This is why many of you are scared. You're running all over the place. You're not answering questions anymore. You're ignoring people who question your narratives. You know, when people actually point out something that is very concrete, you run. You ignore the post. You post something inflammatory and you run away, and you'll keep running. Why? Because the truth will chase you around and not stop. That's one thing about truth. It's unrelenting, right? And it's got legs. It can run, run, run. So truth's gonna be chasing y'all around, and I hope you guys are ready. You better be fit. You know, you better stay practicing because you're gonna be running a lot. You know. So now that it's there that PlayStation gamers, not y'all on Twitter, but PlayStation gamers are playing games, right? And they're playing games that they want to play. And some of those games are Xbox games. We're about to see Gears Reloaded. Man, Xbox doesn't have a plan to be broke. They don't have a plan to be broke when it comes to gaming. I don't think anybody really realizes it. It's PlayStation that's still playing games. Can you imagine doing region lock for a game that was gonna basically be your best live service game? Man, you should have been talking to legislators in every country saying, "Hey, how about we get your region? What do we need to do to get this game to sell in your region?" And they just basically fumbled the bag there. Psh. All right, that's it for me. Shout out to Dark1985 or Dreamcast Guy. Wannabe 1985. Peace out.